Tonight the transfer clock is running down and one name keeps popping up in every transfer rumour bundle. Kobbie Mainoo. The 20-year-old who burst out of Manchester United's academy was once talked about as the club's midfield future, but this window has turned into a testing ground. His playing time has dried up, contract negotiations have been slower than expected, and sources close to the situation say the youngster is increasingly open to a move that will guarantee him minutes and a platform to develop. Reports from multiple outlets suggest Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid have placed him on their watch lists, and that Madrid in particular are weighing whether a late lose fresh midfield depth as the window closes. For Manchester United, the story reads like a crossroads. Keep a homegrown talent who wants minutes, or sanction a move that could bring an immediate fee, or a loan designed to preserve value. Behind the scenes, club sources have been quoted saying they are not actively seeking to sell, but equally nobody is ruling anything out when the right offer and the right pathway for the player appears. At the same time, matchday choices have left Mainoo on the bench more often than fans expected, with the new tactical setup prioritising other midfield profiles. That combination, diminishing minutes and unresolved talks, is the classic recipe for late window interest from Europe's big clubs. So why would Real Madrid even consider a player who is not a guaranteed starter at Old Trafford? The answer is straightforward: age, profile and upside. Mainoo brings a combative engine, ball progression and the kind of box-to-box mobility that fits modern top-level midfield rotations. If Madrid want a young option who can come in, learn around stars and be eased into big minutes, a loan makes sense. It reduces the immediate financial outlay and gives both player and parent club flexibility. Atletico's interest also makes sense for similar reasons. A high-intensity midfield unit that values work rate and tactical discipline could be an ideal environment for Mainoo to rebuild his reputation. From Mainoo's perspective, this is about choices. Fight for minutes at a club in transition or accept a temporary move to reboot form and confidence. For a young player, consistent game time at this stage can be career-defining. It turns potential into selection and selection into market value. Agents and advisors will also be weighing the visibility factor. Playing in La Liga for a club like Madrid, even on loan, often raises a player's profile far faster than sporadic Premier League appearances. The reported sentiment inside his camp is that sitting on the bench isn't part of his growth plan, and that a loan makes late interest from big clubs very real. What would Mainoo's exit mean for Manchester United? Whoa. On the face of it, it would be a blow to the club's pathway narrative. A homegrown midfielder leaving because he couldn't secure minutes sends a message supporters don't want. Practically, United would need to adjust squad depth and potentially accelerate plans to bring in or promote cover in the middle of the park. If the move is a loan, United could return a more battle-tested player next season. If permanent, it raises questions about recruitment, contract management and how the club handles promising young talent. The next 48 to 72 hours will be crucial. Either a late deal materialises or Mainoo stays and must fight his way back into the manager's plans. So where does that leave us tonight? The transfer window loves last-minute theatre, and Kobbie Mainoo is shaping up to be the kind of plot line that explodes on deadline day. Young English talent, a handful of European giants circling, and a club balancing development with short-term needs. Whatever happens, this chapter will tell us a lot about Manchester United's approach to academy stars, Real Madrid's appetite for youth in a window of opportunity, and Mainoo's own priorities as he tries to convert early promise into a sustained career. Keep your eyes on the updates, because if rumours are right, this could be the transfer twist everyone talks about when the window finally slams shut.